install out.
Yeah, I didn't have enough chutes. All right, so what I'm doing is I got this, I got some stuff. I'm gonna get some other stuff out of there because we got a golf cart and I want to be able to take it camping in that bad dog. So I found this today. My buddy Tim had it. It's actually a rack that went on like a small pickup truck. So you can see down there at the bottom, it would sit on the bed rails. I just welded some square tubing that I made out of that stuff. I put them together and made a tube to go in there to give it actual feet. That way when you sit on it, it doesn't just go in. So you can see it would just go straight down from when it sat. And so now I'm gonna make like a track sort of for that stuff to go on. So I'm gonna put it here. And then that will go like that. And then that will sit flush. That way on the inside, I will feel something before I just drive the golf cart into the middle of the truck. And then I'll cap it and weld it up. Now I'm not a welder, so it's gonna look dookie, but that's what I'm doing with these. And these are that right there. They're one of the cross dealy things. So I'm just kind of using some stuff I had laying around. Not even mine, it's my buddy Jordan's. It's just laying around in his yard at the farm. So that's what I'm doing. We'll see how it goes once I get this all figured out. So I gotta mark it up so I can make it look like that. That way it'll sit on there, make it stronger when I weld it. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I just cut the end off of there. I've got that one. It's not on nothing, but I cut it all. It notched everything. That way it's going to sit down, give me more places to welderize. With my welding, I need every place to weld, but it should be good. Got that end done. I'm going to make this one right here. I'm going to put on the other side, and then I'm going to really figure out where I want the tires on the GC to go, old Juicy, and then I might might take those yellow deals and put them in there, or there's some other stuff over there on the rack that I could get into, dig out. Haven't decided yet. We'll see. All right, so I've got those welderized on there. I don't know about using those. I don't have enough, I think, to fill up that whole area. So I think I'm going to use these. There's a bunch of these laying out in the yard. So I think I'm going to grind them apart and then cut them up to put in there. Because I'm trying to do this as cheap as possible. Taxes that we're poor. And then I'll probably notch them out. That way they will sit like on this and then sit on that. That way I can weld the tops and then also the sides. So that's my plan. I went and got a bunch on the tractor. So we shall see how this goes. I don't really know. I wanted to use these because I was going to lay them flat and then notch them out and then set them down. Put them like every 4 inches, give or take. However, I do not have enough. It might be like a combination of those deals and these. I don't know. It might look janky, but that should have worked. And then once I paint everything black, it'll look better. All right, so here's where we're sitting. Rack, we got these deals in. I'm still gonna put some mesh there. It's like a thicker load-bearing mesh to get that. So this from there to there is 75 inches. 75, I wrote it right here. You see that? It's 75 inches, I want 80. Because, so the front tires, well, I gotta build some bars up here to stopperize the front tires from smashing stuff. Yep, from hitting the door. And then the rear tires, the center of those are gonna sit at 76. So it's gonna sit an inch behind here, give or take. And then I got some ramps. The lip on the ramps are 3 inches, but so that'll put like 76, 3 inches, 79. I need an inch. I want about an inch, give or take. That way, when I get the golf cart, not the side by side on, I can take the ramps off. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna build some little extender dealies for the tires to sit and for the ramps to go on to. and then think about how I'm gonna support them when I have 700 pounds sitting on them. That way the welds don't break, because I'm the best welder that's ever welded. Then I had these laying around. So you can see they had stuff on them. I've cut them on, grind them. They don't need to be perfect. And I'm gonna cut that stuff out and then put it right there. All right, we can kind of see where I went. So I put those on, and I like horribly put those on. But so the back tire should sit like right here. So I welded everything on, and I was kind of scared because my welding is pretty much the best. So I just put extra angle over the welds that I already did. That way, when the ramps are on it, hopefully it holds. And then I'll probably cap those right there. I did the same thing to the other side. And then I put some, just some stops. So the center of the tire should rest on this. And then the center, so it should ride like right in here. And it'll hit this instead of the back of my windshield, which would be bad. I put that triangle, I don't know, stuff. But yeah. And then I have that over there. So this stuff's pretty strong. So I'm gonna cutterize this up and lay it in here. So it's gonna sit on that and right here. That's warm. And then I could weld everything. So I'm gonna get everything cut out. I have to cut it, probably cut it at like 12 inches. So it should fit in there. And I'm gonna weld it everywhere that I can get. But I'll probably stop like right there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Go team. Just junk laying around. All right. So I've taken that sheet of this and I've cut it up into 1 foot sections. Should be like right around 48, but either way, it's gonna match up to here. Stop there. I'll weld all that stuff on, and then I'll take another piece. We'll do the same thing over there, and then cut it down to this. And I'm gonna have to get a little bit smaller to get around that nonsense. But it should be all right. Yeah, I'm gonna weld that bad dog on. All right, so you can see here, I've taken all of these, I've welded all those bad dogs on. I don't remember if I talked about those. I got those up, that way the tire will hit it. Then I just put some D-rings on. That way I got these bad dogs down here. That way I could strap this thing into the truck. I have those right there. That way I could strap them around the tires and then go back to that. And the same thing, the tires gonna sit back there, hopefully. And then come to there to hold it down. I've done it on both sides. Bam, and then I've gone and welded all that junk on. I've got that. I flipped it all over and booger welded the bottom of it. And now I'm gonna cap those holes, and then once I cap those holes, it'll be done. Well, I'm gonna paint it, and I'm gonna sand it down, or at least grind some of the rust spots. Hit it with a pressure washer, cleaned up, and then painterize that bad dog. And once it's painted, it's probably gonna look much gooder, besides it being black, yellow, and orange. And it's not that heavy. Like, hold on, so I can lift it up. It's definitely going to be a two-person job to get it into the truck, but it'll be all right. I'd rather it be a little bit heavy and not fall apart than be light and then fall apart. The next one we make, if I make another one, will probably be aluminum, but I'm going to have somebody that knows how to weld that thing.
Hold on, the thing fell down. Hold on. Install out.
Yeah, I didn't have enough chutes.
You're gonna have to undo the thing under the seat.
Nope, it won't go.
Nope.
All right, so what we did was after the first attempt where the golf cart couldn't get up the ramps over there, I just put we welderized that bad with like not booger welding. We actually used gas instead of flux core, but we put that on. The Dexstar did it. We put that on, and then it just goes up there to a pulley, and then the cable run up over that pulley, go down, get the golf cart, and then as the golf cart comes up, it lifts up off the pulley. You can get it to about here before the winch starts to pull down. But by then, the golf cart should be able to drive up onto the ramp by itself. Now, in the future, what I could do is put another bar across the center there with another pulley. That way it'll be straight all the way to there, and we should be able to get it to the front. However, we're going to see how this goes.
I mean, it looks good.
It's better now.
But that back tire is not going to be on.
What do you mean?
Well, it's kind of angled off. Look, if you go straight, it's going to be off.
Oh yeah, it needs to come way over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to let it out.
I'll just Man, that's a good winch. Hold that shit up there.
Oh, look at the fucking what?
You got makeup on.
Yeah.
Ramp.
I see that. No, it's much better.
No, it's going good. Yeah, come this way just a smidge. There we go.
This side's much better. Here we go. Nate, go this way. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's perfect. Okay, back. Nate, go that way. That back tire. Just a little bit to the left. There you go. There you go.
Alright, so the only problem is that
Wow. Is this where you got and it failed the last one?
No.
Scariest.
No, we got it maybe like up to the second bracket on the.
I just need to put it in drive and see if it'll
What?
It's not. You're at more of an angle than it was before. I don't think it's gonna do it.
No, you should winch that.
Well, the problem is it's going to start trying to pull it down.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Right there.
And she's up.
Oh, shit.
Coming down straight.
I just wanted to go that way.
What happened?
It's going that way.
Oh, I have another idea. Oh shit, I got it. Which way does it need to go? That way? The asset needs to go this way?
A little bit, not much, but
Just a little.
all right, straighten it out.
And it goes right onto the pulley.
Yeah.
Turn it, other way, other way. Yep, yep.
You're all right.
You're good. All right, turn right a little bit, or left, I'm sorry. There you go, that's good. But damn!
And she's down with no drama.